Hi guys, so I'm just going to go over some tips that I feel like will help Asuka players. You know, just 5 little quick tips, nothing too complicated. So the first tip I want to go over is the fact that, you know, demo +2 to 4-2, like if you hit at a certain range, the follow-up can whiff right. So it's like kind of consistent that range. So, but there's a way to get around this. So if you do demo +2 to running 4-2, the running 4-2 will make it always guaranteed. So demo +2, running 4-2. It'll always be guaranteed, and it makes it where you know you hit demo +2 and you know you're not going to get the 4-2, so you run up and do a mix-up instead. But with this, you can always run up and do 4-2, so running 4-2. So that's the first tip. So for the second tip, I feel like okay, Cancans with Asuka, sure, they got nerfed in this game like big time, right? Because they went from -6 with pushback to -8 with no pushback. However, they are really strong in this meta of Tekken 8. They are strong because they're a perfect answer to Heat Burst. They are a perfect answer to Heat Burst. So if you feel like your opponent is going to activate Heat Burst at plus frames, you can use Cancans to stop it out. So Cancans in this meta, especially nowadays, super strong, despite the nerfs. You know, like it's -8 with no pushback. Just saying, by the way, Tunes is still -6 with pushback. Just saying, by the way. But yeah, -8 with no pushback. But it's still like very strong as a 14 frame counter tool. And especially against Heat Bursts and how strong power crushes are now. So Cancans, that is my second tip. Do a lot more of those. And you also, in this game as well, you also can't low parry them. So, you know, people with the red Cancans, they'll just go for low parry and low parry it, right? In this game, you cannot low parry it. If you try to low parry it, you're going to eat the whole thing. So it becomes even stronger in this game in different ways, despite the frame data and the pushback nerf. So another move I want to talk about is back 4. So this is tip number 3. So back 4, a lot of Asuka players like to default to this combo, for example, like immediately do them back 4-3 afterwards. So like you can see the damage is not too crazy on it or whatever. But however, now this is a bit of an old school trick. She had this in Tag 2. In fact, in Tag 2, she had to do this because her combos are pretty inconsistent in Tag 2. So she actually had to do this a lot in Tag 2. So if you do back 4 with the 2, you get, if you do the same combo, you get more carry. You get a little bit more carry. But the extra good thing about this is if you do this, you actually get them back 1-4, which really adds to her combo damage. So you can see the damage difference already by just doing this. So you can see the damage difference already. And you can like be more flexible with the them back 1-4 right as well. So you can be more flexible with it. So just keep that in mind. So like I said, those are the things she had to do before in Tekken 6 and Tag 2. In this game, she kind of has to do it again if she wants to get good damage. Because if you do this into this, it's not going to work, right? So you need to whip it. You need to whip it in order for it to connect. And the damage difference is already like bigger than the other combo. So the other thing I want to talk about is her. So in some situations, I can't really replicate it right now, but in some situations, this can jump over the opponent, especially at like the sidewall or whatever. You get like a weird sidewall combo, and you try to do it. She doesn't get it, right? So let's see if I can replicate it here. Okay, it works there, but there are situations where it will whiff. Now, however, if you do off back 1+2, so something like up back and then 1+2, you can see she does a little shorter jump. So let's try again. You can see the jump there is much shorter. So this makes it more consistent so that your opponent's not going to jump over it. So how you do this, you do up back and then a slight delay, very slight delay, 1+2. So up back 1+2 is how you get this. So you can already see like the animation looks different. So this is the normal animation. So she jumps really high, right? And this should be, we call this like a car cancel kind of thing. You can see the jump is so much shorter. If you can get this down for those weird situations where this whips over the opponents, I'm sure you've seen it happen so many times. But up back, slight delay, 1+2 for the shorter jump. like exactly like that, right? So the next tip I want to talk about is utilizing her heat dash in combos. So this stage is a very good example of it. So let's go to the wall bend, right? The wall burst. So let's say you get a heat engager into a wall like this, or pretty much in any situation really, but there's just an easy way to demonstrate it. So let's say you get forward one into this, right? You know, the typical heat bend, blah, 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 blah. And you get the full combo here. Now, if you do sidestep to heat dash, you can actually get a full combo off it, right? So let me show again. So you can actually get, like, you can change the trajectory of your carry. So you can actually change the direction of your carry. So I feel like this is really, really important. So I can show you, for example, I should get a full wall combo from this distance. So for example, I carries to the other wall there. Do you know what I mean? So it will take a lot of good awareness and the fact that you need heat while you're doing a combo, because if you do heat burst into heat dash, you're not going to get it, right? So let me just bend it right away. So the heat burst and then you do it or whatever, you're going to get a grand to hit, right? Or if you do, yeah, you're just gonna get a weird slump there, right? You're not gonna get the full thing. So you want to make sure you have heat before you launch, and then you can use the heat. You can use the sidestep to heat dash to change the trajectory of your combo. So you can carry to the next wall, for example. Now, like I said, this is more practical of like wall bend moves like these, you know, because you might land a sidestep to heat engager here. You might land a power crush heat engager here. Or you might land a Denmark 1-2 heat engager here, so you know exactly what combo to do from here, you know? So sidestep 2 heat engaging combos, definitely something worth looking into. Just because you might squeeze out some extra damage, just because he carries them onto the wall, for example. So you might squeeze that little bit extra carry in the wall in the other direction. But yeah, you get the point anyway. So those are like the 5 tips I wanted to go over, really. I hope it helped. You know, I'm going to keep it simple and short. But yeah, you know, thank you for watching. I hope it's good.